So last week, as expected, we saw the Reserve Bank Board keep rates on hold at the November board meeting. We're also interested in the statement on monetary policy that was released on the Friday, where the Reserve Bank basically kept their forecast unchanged, with the minor exception of lowering their wages forecast and indeed lowering their inflation forecast. But for me, the key was within the statement was this important note that said, the board was mindful that rates were already very low and that each further cut brings closer the point at which other policy options might come into play. Now, it's quite ambiguous as to what they mean by other policy options, whether indeed they're talking about other forms of monetary policy or whether they're talking about fiscal policy or whether they're talking about both. I suspect they're talking about both. So as you know, our forecast is that the next rate cut will be in February when they cut the cash rate from 0.75 to 0.5, and then they move into a phase of what I would call unconventional monetary policy that I think will mainly take the format of purchasing government bonds and purchasing other assets, possibly even mortgage-backed securities. But I think the real solution would be to use fiscal policy to boost the economy, which of course is currently waning given the very poor retail sales figures we saw for the September quarter. I have been quoted in the paper on numerous occasions saying that we think what they should do is bring forward the tax cuts that have already been legislated to begin in 2022, costing about $14 billion over 1 year. If they were to bring those forward in two tranches, one tranche beginning in June 2020 and another one beginning in June 2021, we estimate that they could still have their surplus but provide a stronger stimulus for the economy than is likely to be able to be provided with unconventional monetary policy. So there are a number of uncertainties around the policy outlook for 2020, but we are certainly pushing hard for the government to consider bringing forward tax cuts. Thank you.